What's up, y'all? I am back. This is a trigger warning. Before we even get started, if you have any problems with sexual abuse, if you have any problems with domestic violence, if you have any problems with nonprofit organizations or like just hearing anything that's kind of disturbing, if you have problems with the truth, this is not going to be the video for you, right? We are back with another real review, y'all, and I told y'all that in this part we was gonna be talking about what happened when I fled from Bay Area Turning Point, because that's what I call it, honey, fleeing. Okay, because I took off like a thief in the night. So y'all, just in case y'all heard, I gotta do my jail set for my feet, so I'm gonna be doing that while I'm talking to y'all. Okay. So anywho, so then I'm outside, y'all. Oh my goodness. I didn't know where to go. The bus ended up taking me downtown, right? Um, as I got downtown, I called 211, got some information on where I could go, and then I sat at the library across the street from the city hall, y'all, and that's where I slept. My first night sleeping outside, like, cause I grew up like in and out of homelessness with my mom, but we would be in a car or over somebody's house. It wasn't, I ain't never had to sleep outside. And y'all, I did not like camping. I am not a camper, okay? I'm still not a camper for real. Um, I appreciate that the world has changed and evolved, all right? So, anywho, let me pause for this real quick. So, anywho, y'all, um, I met a lot of people. It was a place called The Beacon, right? And it was a day program for homeless people. So it's where you can go to take a shower. Um, it to well, they don't have no computers or nothing like that, no phones or nothing that you can use, to find jobs or anything like that. You basically can eat, take a bath, and wash clothes, right? And you could sleep. Now, it wasn't anywhere for you to sleep, but at your seat in your table. But, they didn't like, if you went to sleep, it wasn't like a huge, like, they wasn't trying to wake you up or whatever, unless it was time to go. That place. It's closed now because I heard they was moving. I'm hoping that when they open, it is better. But, child, that place was so terrible. For one, I really didn't understand the point of the program because it I got that it was like somewhere for people to go during the day, but when you homeless, you need to be able to look for jobs and stuff like that. They had a limited amount of showers and they were disgusting. Okay? By the time they let you in the facility, right? Um and you was able to take a shower even if you were first in the shower line, it seemed like it took forever. um the people were so nasty, okay, especially this lady named Queen. Oh my god, like, for her to be such a beautiful woman, like, I didn't understand like why her attitude was so disgusting. There was a little young dude on the streets that we used to call Shady, right? Because he looked like Eminem. And but he was like really, really tall, y'all. But he was like 18 years old. He was a kid. And this is no disrespect to anybody who is of legal age, but to me, when it comes to life, you still a kid. I was still a kid at that age, even though I was taking on grown up responsibilities. I was still a kid at the age of 18. It's a lot that we don't even know at that age. Y'all, she would pick. with people, because she picked with me, but she picked with him one day. She had already put him out a long time ago, so he just now was able to, because that's what they did there. Okay, y'all, so if they didn't like you, especially her, if she didn't like you, she would do everything that she could to get a response out of you so that you wouldn't so that she could have a reason to put you out. So she tried the shit with me one day. Okay? Now, y'all, I done told y'all I'm an activist, okay? I'm a fight for my rights. You put me out of her for what? You know this is the only place that we can come Monday through Friday. How the fuck are you? I mean, Tuesday through Saturday. Why would you be trying to put me out of her? Because you don't like me. And you don't even have a reason not to like me. Because I am homeless. Like y'all. Backpack, homeless. Okay? I'm going in there. I'm only keeping a few changes of clothes on me. I'm only keeping a few changes of clothes because I'm not about to be packing around all that stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to get resources so that I can get a job. I'm trying to go to job interviews, y'all. I'm trying to do everything that I possibly can so that I can get out the streets. I can't be carrying around all this stuff. So when I'm coming in here, I got a backpack. I got a few outfits. I'm trying to get y'all to wash my clothes. Like, I'm in need. Once again, with the gang stalking. So once she couldn't get aroused out of me for me to respond, then she gets somebody else, the manager over the food. So let me tell y'all about how they barely giving a nigga anything to eat. I know I told y'all about the Star Hope with they pork, okay, and them being stingy, but the bacon, I don't know what they was doing without the food. I have no clue. But when I tell you they gave you a burly enough, okay, and sent you on your way. Now, a lot of the other people was like that they take the food home. But I ain't never seen nobody doing that. So I'm not going to put that on them people. All I can say is, I don't know who's donating to that program, but y'all need to donate some more food because that is not even a sizable portion for somebody to be able to like sustain themselves with energy throughout the day. Homeless people need to eat because you got to be outside. You know what I'm saying? You walking around, you trying to go from her to her, especially if you one of them people who's really trying to get from off the ground is what they call it, y'all. I learned all type of new terminology, okay? I fuck with them people. I pray that every one of them people that I came across that was kind to me, that gave me game, that tried to protect me, that tried to watch out for me, I pray that they got off the ground. Okay? I pray that. Hold on. We putting y'all on pause. Okay, y'all. I'm back. That was a really important phone call, y'all. I am really trying to find out where I come from. Because all of this stuff that has been happening to me, I have to have a family, right? And I need them. I want them. I'm tired of being in this world alone and just nobody protected me and just all this stuff happening to me, y'all. Like, I am so tired of people like being able to attack me because they just know that it's just me. It's just so weird. So anywho, okay. So since she wasn't able to like move me, okay, I ended up meeting the manager for the lunch portion of the program, and she in return told me how she didn't like my attitude, even though this lady has never been around me. Y'all, I am who I am, but one thing I'm not is disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful, okay? I am not a nasty person. I'm just not. I'm direct. I'm not rude, but I'm not disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? And when you in a position to where you feel so low, that's why they call it on the ground. You feel so low that how am I going to be nasty to the same people that is trying to help me? For anything, I'm trying to create alliances. Maybe y'all give me a job. Maybe y'all help me out. Nah, it wasn't none of that going on. It wasn't none of that going on. And then what made it so bad is because all of these people were black people. All of them. Like, I wonder why we do that to each other. Like, why they couldn't see me like a niece or a little sister or a daughter that's like out here fucked up trying to get it together. I followed all the rules. So anyway, y'all, they start getting so out of hand. That last incident where she tried to put me out and I had to get the manager and her a bunch of bullshit on why she did not like me. And I'm like, this is not even why I'm here. I'm not here for you to like me. Bitch, I don't even like me. I don't even like me right now. I don't care about you not liking me and I ain't never did nothing to you. Well, make a long story short, the manager ended up saying, yes, you're able to come back. I didn't get put out. I wasn't on the ban list. But it still left a sour taste in my mouth. When I left Kentucky originally, y'all, getting away from my adoptive family and my mama's family, it was because I was tired of being around a bunch of motherfuckers that didn't even give a fuck. What's the point? So now I'm hurting. Yeah, I need help, but I know where my help comes from, especially at this point. I'm knowing that God is the only reason why I'm still okay walking around alive, living, breathing, got my right state of mind and all of that shit. So I'm not going to cower. I was done cowering at that point. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, y'all. So I decided not to go back. When then I got a tent. I got a tent. Okay. One of my homeboys that I met outside, he was like, man, Brittany, you need to, you don't need to be out here like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you sleeping in the just outside. Like, you just sleeping all in the outside. Like, you don't need to be doing that. You got to get you a tent. Everybody have been telling me it, but I'm like, yeah, but I really like sleeping in front of the camera because I'm trying to stay safe. All right. And I can't expect you niggas to protect me because I'm not doing no dating out here and all of that. Like, I'm homeless, so we not going to be doing no relationships, and I can't expect, you know what I'm saying? But my homeboy was like, no, and where I'm at, it's the camera right where I'm at. So I'm like, bet, cool. You feel what I'm saying? I got a tent. Well, the area that I was in, what they call here in Houston, Tent City, okay? The area that I'm in, there's this place called the Homeless Depot. A man named Mr. Greg is over the Homeless Depot. He got this girl named Morgan that's working with him, and they come and give the homeless people showers. It's like a portable shower. Dope, right? And they got clothes. And they got hygiene if you need it. So he's talking to me, and he's like, the first time he sees me, like, he's like, hey, how you doing, you know? He's like, what you doing down here, you know? And I'm telling him, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. It's just like, I just got under attack, like, and everything fell apart. I won't go back to the Beacon because they so nasty. And he was like, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that a lot from people. He was like, well, I get a lot of people off the street, so I want to be able to help you. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he gave me his card. About a week or two later, he calls me. And he says that he got a placement for me. But it's not a shelter, which I knew because I had been calling shelters, y'all. And the shelters is full. That's what they were saying. You feel me? So, I can't do this and this at the same time. So I'm not even going to try it because I get so focused on trying to do this that I won't even be able to talk to y'all. Okay, my bad, y'all. Sorry. Anywho. This is not a shelter. This is just a lady basically that has like a group home. Right? and you have to pay. So if you're older, you know what I'm saying, then you can come and stay there. Just whoever really could stay there, as long as you got the money, because they was all about the money. Well, y'all get there, and one of the Tabitha, that's her name. Tabitha was real nasty. Okay, I knew that Mr. Greg had told them like that. I had came off the streets. I was trying to get a job. Basically, he told me everything was already worked out. Like they was gonna be able to help me get back and forth to interviews and all of this type of stuff. Like, so when I got there and everybody's acting confused and treating me like I'm supposed to be paying for this and paying for this and I don't have no way to pay for nothing, and I'm reaching out to Mr. Greg and I'm letting him know, and he's saying, and Morgan, but come to find out, it wasn't the way I thought. Y'all, so as I'm standing there, I'm starting to get sick. Like my vision's starting to be blurry. I can't see. I'm throwing up all the time. I'm having to use the bathroom. It was crazy. I was exhausted. I go to the hospital, okay? They ain't even want to take me to the hospital, y'all. But they not a non-profit organization. I just wanted to go ahead and touch on that because people should, if you agree to help somebody, help them. Like, don't try to hurt them even more. And I'm still trying to figure out how and why I end up having a A1C, a AC. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the diabetic thing. I ain't never dealt with diabetes in my life. I eat well, okay? I am not one of them people who I eat good, all right? Like, my children eat good. So I didn't understand how I'm having problems with diabetes. Now, again, that shit could run in my father's family because I don't know them. I don't know if it just might have been hereditary. But what I did know, it was that it was weird that it was all of a sudden that I was there, that I ended up with a 12.9. They said I was in a diabetic coma when I got there. I just hadn't did the sleeping part. My body was in a diabetic coma. So while I'm in the hospital, they never called to check on me. But I had already knew it was some funny stuff going on between them and Morgan, because Morgan, which is a part of the Homeless Depot, was also supposed to be helping me find another placement. I hadn't been complaining to them, but I had been complaining to Morgan because she was like my caseworker. She was supposed to be getting with Greg and Tiffany, and they was supposed to be trying to find me somewhere else to go. Well, I ended up finally meeting Tiffany over the phone, and Tiffany was very nasty, telling me how, if I don't like it, then she don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm just like, why would y'all put me in this position? Y'all brought me out here. Y'all told me this was going to be a good place, a safe place. And now y'all just done brought me out here. And like, she's like, well, we could just take you back where we found you. I get out of the hospital. I go back to the group home place. Okay? I get the taxi to take me back to the group home place. I go there. They done moved all my stuff into the garage. I'm like, they was like, we didn't think you was coming back. Come to find out after all of that, because we end up having a really serious situation. Come to find out after all of that, Morgan had told them I wasn't coming back. Why would she do that? That still to this day don't make no sense to me. Like, I don't have nowhere to go. You telling me you don't know where y'all can place me. But now you telling them that I'm not coming back. Like, what are you trying to do, her? So they sent somebody to come and get me. I go to an extended stay, always somewhere. I don't even know, y'all. It was far. It was far from the city. So I go to extended stay. For a couple days, a few days, Mr. Greg had paid for the extended stay. He was able to help me get groceries and stuff and some stuff to eat. So I really appreciate that, right? Even though I still didn't understand why, like, what the miscommunication is. It was like Mr. Greg acted like he understood and he acted like he knew what was going on and he acted like he wanted to help. But the people that he was put in position to help me was not trying to help. They didn't understand. They didn't care. Honey, Tiffany was terrible. She was worse than Morgan. I mean, that bitch was cutthroat. She was cutthroat. Ooh, I couldn't believe it. But all this time, I'm waiting on Section 8, y'all. Even though I wasn't really waiting on it, I'm waiting on it. So I get a message. I had an interview, okay? And then I had my little visit, my little Zoom meeting because I got my voucher. So now I got my voucher for Section 8. And I'm going to tell y'all I had so much hope. I knew it was going to be a process, but I had so much hope. I was calling, trying to get help to see how they was going to help me with deposits. They told me about a place called NestQuest. So I tried to reach out to them, but we're going to get to NestQuest. But I tried to reach out to them, and they told me, no, you have to pay us X, Y, and Z before we even start helping, and this, and this. The lady, Miss Jeanette, she was very, very nasty to me. I didn't understand. I'm sending her apartments. I'm like, hey, can we see about this? Because they didn't tell me that at first. First, she was acting like she was going to help me. Then all of a sudden, she was like, well, if you ain't got this, after I'm like, I need to get another worker. I requested to get another caseworker because I'm like, you don't want to help me. That's cool. But can we get me somebody who's trying to help me and who understands that this is of dire need for me? Because y'all, it's still the summertime. It's still July. So I'm still having hope that I can still try to make stuff happen by the time August comes so my kids can get home. It's only 5-6 days. I ended up getting in contact with a program that paid for me to go and stay at another hotel for 7 days, right? Because by this time, I ain't been able to get in touch with Mr. Greg. Tiffany and Morgan made it very clear that they wasn't helping me anymore. They didn't feel like I needed any more help, even though I just got out of the hospital and I'm on insulin 5 times a day. They got me on what's that called? Metformin twice a day. I don't know if that doctor, what they was trying to do, shit. Because I just think about it, like, why would you put somebody on all that medicine like that? And medicine was messing me up, too. So I was tired. I was trying to get adjusted. And I'm like, y'all just trying to, like, y'all don't care. Y'all don't care that I, like, what? But once again, God came through for a real nigga. God came through. Like I said, that other hotel, 7 days. Yeah, I'm day to day, glory to glory. I can't worry about what I'm going to do after a week. I'm praying that, okay, bam, I knew I already had my Section 8. So 7 days, bam, okay. So I got 7 days. You never know what can happen in a day. So the fact that I'm thinking like I got in touch with NestQuest, I heard so many good things about them. I looked at the reviews. I'm knowing that they're going to be able to help me. So I'm shocked when this lady is like, I'm sitting in her apartments. It's like she ain't trying to move or something. Like she's taking her time. 2 days is going by before she's responding to emails. I'm just like, what is this? Then when she decided, like, I never heard from nobody, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to be a part of this program. When we come back, I'm going to tell y'all how I go from Houston, Texas, all the way to Huntsville to the safe house. Now that one's gonna be, that's more like a one of them Maury stories, a Karamo, okay, a Steve Wilkos, okay. Y'all gonna hear all the shit that was going down in her, and y'all, I got all this proof, but I'm not attaching all this stuff, all these receipts, recordings, and all that. Like, I ain't even doing that. It's because that's not why I'm doing this. I'm really just telling y'all my journey on how really that even though these nonprofit organizations are not like, don't get discouraged. That's the point of my message. The point of my message is it don't matter who say they gon' help. Your help comes from the Lord. You feel what I'm saying? So even though I'm giving a real review, and this might help people like make a decision when they have to go to a shelter, right? But all in all, when you need help, you need help. You feel what I'm saying? So you're going to take help a lot of times from anywhere that you can get it. So this is just me letting y'all know this was just my experience with these people. This is how these people treated me. And the safe house, they was almost the worst. Holla at y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Y'all know that shit's real.